So our first video is actually going to be a review of Beauty and the Beast, the new one. By new, we mean it came out last month, and we're just now reviewing it. We suck. What do you want from us?
Yeah, we're busy men.
Yes.
I'm a huge Disney fan, of course, that's why I'm wearing the shirt. Lyle knows that. He's had to deal with me for like the last 8 years. It's been 8 years? Jesus fucking Christ.
Felt like 20.
Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry. But no, I love Disney, and I consider myself a Disney fanboy. I love the animations and the parks and everything. It's like a second home to me. So when I heard that they were starting to remake all these animations, starting with like, what was the first one? Was it Maleficent?
It was.
I know they did 101 Dalmatians.
They did Snow White with Sandra Bullock. Or not Sandra
No,
Bullock.
that wasn't Disney.
Julia Roberts.
That was a different company. It wasn't Disney.
Oh.
That's why it did not do very well.
Neither did oh.
Yeah.
Did they do The Huntsman?
No, that was a different company. Disney was like, well, we're not. Disney refuses to touch Snow White. Snow White and Pinocchio.
But they'll make Lion King.
I know. Yes. But when I heard they were redoing all these animations, I was kind of like, okay, I could see that, because I remember seeing Maleficent and be like, all right, I could see it. She looks like Maleficent. Angelina Jolie's perfect casting.
Yeah.
If you want an evil witch. I thought the film was going to be really good.
Are you calling her an evil witch?
Yes.
Okay.
Edit that out. No, I thought Maleficent it looked good from the trailer and everything. And then I kind of noticed that they were changing a lot of things. They were giving Maleficent more of a backstory. And I'm thinking, okay, well, it's good. We're going to see how she became evil. And she wasn't really evil in the film. And so I didn't really care for it, just because they took the most badass evil person in the Disney universe and kind of just... She's the good guy, apparently, and she doesn't hate Aurora. She secretly loves her and admires her. So it's just kind of like... And I know that's like the new trend, is like, we're going to do a retelling of a fairy tale we're all familiar with. And we see it all the time with like Once Upon a Time and so many different movies that have come out. Wicked is another one.
Yeah, that's a classic one.
Yeah,
at this point.
Where they kind of just like, oh, the villains aren't really villains, they're just misunderstood.
Yeah.
But I noticed that about Maleficent, so I was very skeptical about the future. And I knew, what was the one they did after that? Cinderella. I didn't see that one.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, I didn't see that one. I heard it was okay, but I feel like Maleficent got such a bad reviews, and mixed reviews from audiences. Well, I know a lot of people liked it, but then at Cinderella, it's like the reviews got better for that one.
And nobody saw it.
Yeah, no one saw it, but the reviews were pretty good.
Yeah.
And then Jungle Book came out.
Oh yeah.
And everyone loved Jungle Book.
Yeah.
And I was very skeptical going into it because I loved the original.
It was the original.
Yeah.
It was frame for frame the original, pretty much.
But they did change some things.
They did change some
things. The ending is completely new.
Yeah.
So it is its own thing, which I liked.
Yeah.
And that made me think, okay, well, they're doing Beauty and the Beast. Emma Watson's playing Hermione. Emma Watson's playing Belle. I think it's going to be good.
The definition of beauty.
Beauty and the Beast, right from the trailer, you knew this is going to be like pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, they didn't want to change anything from the original.
I mean, you really can't.
I know, that movie was so, like, well loved. I mean, it was the first film... Sorry, there's a twat honking his horn out there for no fucking reason.
You fucking twat!
So yeah, Beauty and the Beast, like, right from the trailer, you could tell it was going to be very similar, which I kind of felt relieved, just because the original was such a classic.
Yeah.
Little bit of backstory. The original was... It was the first animated film, to be nominated for Best Picture.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When that movie came out, everyone fell in love with it. and rightfully so. It's definitely like one of my favorite animations, I would say.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's just such a great, simple story.
I'd say the best one. Well, this and Lion King, it was the best one since Walt Disney passed away.
Definitely,
So
I would definitely say that. It like continued the Disney Renaissance at the time of the, because like right after Little Mermaid, they had a huge resurgence of popularity.
Yeah.
They were getting their ass kicked by Don Bluth during the 80s. So yeah, when I saw the trailer, I was super excited. It was very nostalgic, right down to the music.
Yeah.
What did you think when you saw the trailer?
It looked exactly like the original.
Yeah.
I really didn't need much to see this movie because I did like the first one, and I love Emma Watson.
Mm-hmm.
So I was gonna go see this movie. I didn't really give a fuck. So
Yeah. So I saw it opening night, which was a mistake. I couldn't really enjoy it. So me and my girlfriend, we went a second time, and we could finally like enjoy it, and I loved it. I loved it better the second time. What did you think of? What was your first thoughts when you saw it? Yeah,
I thought it was good. Emma Watson was a little overproduced in her vocals, but it's Emma Watson. I don't care.
Exactly right.
Yeah, I thought it was good. That was good. It's not like the greatest movie ever made, but it's good. I'll watch it again. I'll buy it when it comes out. So.
No, definitely. I would definitely would too. What were some of the, like, we all know the story basically. Belle is a girl. Her father goes missing. He's captured by the Beast, and she goes off and takes his place.
Yeah.
And the Beast lives in a castle that's cursed, and there's all the servants are
furniture.
Like furniture. Yeah, it kind of, they got the shit end of the deal.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, and basically she slowly falls in love with the characters and the Beast himself, and yeah, I mean,
it's a tale as old as time.
Exactly. Like you did there. Yeah. All right. What were some of the changes that you really liked about this one? Because the biggest complaint that I hear about this movie is that it's too similar to the original. It's like we finally get a Disney remake.
Yeah.
Because everyone is complaining about the others as being too different, and we finally get one that's very, very identical.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like to a T almost.
Yeah.
With additional stuff. And people are complaining about that now.
Yeah, that you're pointing that out. That's the only difference I can actually pinpoint. I don't know any specific difference. That difference I actually like because it adds more character to that character. Before he was just a boring, tag along character.
Oh, you're talking about LeFou?
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we tell the audience what we're talking about?
Might as well.
Okay, spoiler alert, but I'm sure you've all heard about this, but Disney did put a gay character in their movie.
Oh my god!
Yeah, oh my god, right?
It's 2017, let's
exactly.
Jesus Christ.
And it's LeFou, the little sidekick character for Gaston.
His name is LeFou.
Yeah, he's from France.
Come on, dude, how you not...
But it's like, as soon as they said, yeah, one of the characters in it is gay, I totally was like, oh, it's that guy.
Yeah, I knew it was LeFou. I knew immediately.
Did you see the original at all? Like,
yeah. He sings a whole song about Gaston.
About how much he loves Gaston.
He wants that dick, let's be
exactly.
serious here.
He wants the Gaston D. So basically, people freaked out about that, and it was such a... people freak out about everything nowadays. The fact that Starbucks has red cups. Like,
I know, right? What the...
Like, this... personally, I don't think it was... Definitely is not worth the hype that it got.
No.
Because it is such a small part of the story. It's not like the whole focus is on that.
Yeah. Literally, there was few seconds where if you're not paying attention, you're not going to obviously know he's gay, but the part where you knew he was gay was literally 2 seconds at the end. At the end,
yes, the very, very end.
And these southern theaters were just boycotting it, not playing it, and you know what? That's their right, but they lost hella money for doing that, and they deserve to lose that money. I mean, it's 2017, guys. I mean, you can have your own beliefs, but don't fucking bitch when someone else doesn't share those feelings.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know Disney's very like against that kind of thing. So like if someone says, if like a whole state apparently says we don't approve of equality, Disney will be like, well, we're not filming there. We're pulling all of our.
I could see that.
Yeah, I think they threatened Georgia with that because Georgia was saying they're against gay marriage. Don't quote me on that. This is what I heard, but
yeah,
you know, people say things about Disney all the time, but when you do hear about
modern Disney is different.
Yes. But when you hear like, but even modern day, like they'll say like Disney's they just care about money. But when you hear about them doing stuff like, if they cared about money, they'd be like, yeah, fuck gay people. We're filming in Georgia anyway.
That's true. Yeah.
But no, they're just like, you know, you don't like it. You don't agree with us. Screw you. We're not gonna. We're Disney.
Yeah, exactly.
We got billions of billions of. We have Star Wars. Fuck you.
Disney owns the world at this point. Let's be real. Like, we all were worried about politics and shit. Don't worry about it. Disney's got us. They got us covered.
One of the things that changes I really liked about this movie, well, two things. One, I really loved Kevin Kline as the dad.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even realize it was him at first, but he does a great job. You really like his character, and even critics that I know who did not like this movie at all said Kevin Kline was great, and I totally agree with that.
It's Kevin Kline. I mean, how can they not be great?
Well, yeah.
I mean, he did a fantastic job. Like,
yeah, because you see the original. The original dad is really goofy. He's still likable, but he was played more for comedy.
Yeah.
And this one's more for compassion, and you can tell he really loves his life and his daughter, and
he still has those really goofy moments, but it's more three-dimensional character. It's not just I'm here for goofiness type deal. Now that you mentioned that, actually, I do kind of like that it went back into Belle's backstory about her mom.
Yes, they do explain what happens to the mom.
Yeah.
And they don't go too overboard with it.
Yeah.
But I will admit that is one scene where I was kind of like, wait, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, it threw me off when it happened, but I mean, they could have just done it through dialogue. The way they did it was a little confusing.
It is a little weird, and if you see the movie, you'll probably know what we're talking about, because it's not in the original at all.
No.
And it's like they teleport.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, well, huh?
Yeah.
It is a little weird, because it's like, oh, well, she could just, as if she wants to escape so badly, why don't she just... Unless it's all in the head, I don't know.
When I first saw it, that's what I thought it was. I thought, the mirror showed you, stuff not in your head, but I didn't think they actually teleported there, but no, they actually...
Because she has that rose, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's one thing that does confuse me, but it's a tiny thing.
Yeah, they could have done it through dialogue. It's fine.
What'd you think of Gaston?
I thought he was great.
Yeah, Luke Evans.
Yeah, he did a great job. He brought to be honest, I didn't hate him. Like, you usually want to hate villains. He was actually really fun in this movie.
You can tell he had a blast.
He had a blast doing it, and spoiler alert if you haven't seen the 90s movie. 20
what's wrong with
you? When he died, I was like, nah, man, come on, let him live. He's cool. He's cool. I mean, he's a dick, he's cool. Yeah. He's cool. He's a cool dick.
It's funny because I love the cartoon Gaston. He's probably one of my favorite Disney villains.
Yeah.
Because he's just so much fun. But this one, they do... I mean, he's the same character, but they play him differently. He's got a little bit more of a backstory. He's a little bit more serious in tone, a little bit more... He's not as macho as the cartoon Gaston. He's definitely more grounded down.
Yeah.
But I liked him. I thought he did a good job. What about the side characters? What about Lumiere, Cogsworth?
Lumiere.
Ewan McGregor.
It's hard to say.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I mean, that was perfect casting right there. Like, I'm mad. This is off topic. The next Fantastic Beasts movie, they have a young Dumbledore. It's not Ewan McGregor.
Oh man, that would have been perfect.
He trained Darth Vader. He could have trained Harry Potter. Come on. Anyway, that was off topic. He was fantastic. Who was?
It was Gandalf. It was Ian
Gandalf.
McKellen. Magneto.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. He did fantastic. I didn't even know it was him until the end when they all transformed back. Like, I forgot who it was.
At first, when I heard he was playing, I was like, "Oh, really? Like,
Yeah.
that's very different." But no, they did a good job, and
Yeah.
I really like the changes. Like, it's the same characters, but they do play it differently in a way, and I think that's what's so great about this movie is going back to that is that it's the same film, it's the same story, like literally note by note.
Yeah.
But they tweak it just enough to where these are two totally distinct things. It's not like the remake of Psycho, which was like a total shot-for-shot remake.
Which is like why even at that point
Exactly.
just re-release the damn movie.
It felt like the 101 Dalmatians remake, where it was the same story.
Yeah.
But you didn't like that one?
No, I did. Nostalgically, I like it, but
you know what I mean.
I don't know if it's still any good. It's been a while since I've seen it.
It's the same plot, but it's different enough just to be its own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about culture here. You really can't change Beauty and the Beast. It's a part of our culture.
Exactly.
That story is, it goes back further than that cartoon even, and it's been around forever, and it's going to be around forever. Mm-hmm. And, I just think the remake did a good job of reestablishing it in our culture. Mm-hmm. I mean, it broke records. It hit, it was big in our culture again, which is awesome.
And it's funny because anyone who knows us, we hate remakes. Like we lived through a whole decade of horror remakes and remakes of movies that
barely lived through.
Yes, and barely. Don't need to be remade. Mm-hmm. And I will definitely admit that this is a movie that really didn't need to be remade.
No.
It doesn't even need to exist, but my God, like
they did a great job.
I think they did a great job.
Yeah.